So your hormones will definitely affect your weight loss journey, especially when it's that time of the month. Yeah. It's very normal for two things to happen. Number one, your cravings will probably be a bit higher than they normally are. In which case, I like to tell ladies, indulge your craving now in moderation before it becomes a bigger issue for you later. So instead of feeling guilty for taking that piece of cake, taking that chocolate, just have it, nip it in the bud, and then continue on with the journey. Number two is that your weight will probably, not probably, definitely fluctuate. So a lot of what happens is some ladies see, or most ladies see a slight spike in their weight during specific times in their cycle. Now, this is not a reason to panic. It's normal. It happens to absolutely every lady. If you're patient and just give it about a week, maybe a week and a half, you'll see that there's just a bit of water retention and your weight will come back down. Yeah. So that's for general women. Yeah. To burn 1,000 calories takes a lot of work. By the way, all of these watches, your phones are not accurate at all at telling you how many calories you burnt, because it cannot take into account the amount of muscle you have. And muscle is what, like I said, dictates your metabolic rate. Yeah. So a lot of you guys are burning significantly less than what your watches are telling you. Yeah, so I have had, funnily enough that you asked this, I've had many clients who get pregnant during my program. It's a very interesting thing that happens. But because, like I said, I show you how to lose this weight gradually and sustainably. And I also coach the ladies I work with to be dependent, not independent, or rather to be independent, not dependent on me. So even after we finish working together, they're equipped with all the tools necessary. So even if they get another child, they're not going to balloon up in weight. Yeah, it's going to be a very gradual to minimal increase. When they eventually give birth, a lot of them usually just go back to where they were.
Saseni, karibuni sana for another exciting episode here at Celeste Reflection. Of course, we learn and unlearn every Wednesday at 10 a.m. on this YouTube channel. And thank you so much for your feedback last week. For those people who are very interested in remote jobs, many were helped like me. Tulisaidika, tukaingia pale ChatGPT, a few questions here and there. And I hope it's going also to bear fruits for some of us. Okay? Like, I'd be very happy kusikia mse aliona na akapata help ama akapata job. Okay? Yes, and with that today I have an exciting guest. Maybe most of you have seen him online. Ama if you've not seen him, you're going to see him here today. He's a nutritional coach. I'm a fitness coach. Should I say nutrition or fitness? I'm a both. He's going to introduce himself. Alafu atatuambia exactly what he is. Then we can start.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm Coach JP Nyiha, or just Coach JP for short. I'm an online fitness and dietary coach for Kenyan women specifically. What I do is I help women lose and keep off weight permanently without having to suffer, starve, or restrict the foods that they love. Yeah.
I love that intro. So you specifically Kenyan women.
Yes.
Should they be in Kenya?
No. I work with Kenyans abroad as well.
But they should be Kenyan women. Is there a reason as to why?
That is my niche. Yeah, I feel like if I spread myself too wide, I'm not going to do my job properly.
Okay.
So I prefer to focus on my niche so that I can be the best I can be at serving that niche.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've said lose weight. What
Yes.
about gain weight?
No. I do not help women gain weight. Again, my area of expertise is very specific. So it's people who want to lose weight and keep it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I, being as that one woman who's struggled with weight loss, well, have I struggled? Yes. Yes and no. I can say I would love to lose some weight, but it's not really like what can I say? For fitness purposes, not for of course we have people who want to lose weight because of many other things.
Yeah.
So today I'm so excited with this episode. I think I'm going to ask as many questions as I can. First question being, I actually didn't know you don't help people gain weight.
Yeah.
I didn't know. And then the other thing you've answered is to keep your niche. You want people, Kenyan women. So men,
Poleni.
JP is not yours. But let me ask, what is the one myth umesikia na weight loss in Kenyan women? That for sure, this one for you, this is a myth. This is not true.
Yeah. Good question. So I've heard about many myths, but one very popular one that I would love to dispel is that a lot of women think that you cannot eat carbs and lose weight. Or even better, you can't eat carbs past 6 p.m. and lose weight. And the reason it's a myth is because I think there's a misunderstanding about the fundamental of weight loss, or the foundation rather, which is to lose weight, all that needs to happen is you need to eat less calories than you burn, or burn more calories than you eat. So even if you're eating carbs with all of your meals in the day, but you're still eating less calories than you burn, you're going to lose it regardless of the fact that you're eating carbs, or regardless of whether it is that you choose to eat your carbs past 6 p.m.
So that's a myth.
It's definitely a myth.
I thought you're supposed to avoid carbs at all in the evening.
I know, but I don't know. I feel like the health and wellness industry has failed a lot of women. And I think because of that, unfortunately, it's given a lot of them a very toxic relationship with carbohydrates. So carbs are not bad. If you like them, eat them. And again, provided you're eating in a deficit, which just means eat less calories than you burn, you can eat your carbs at whatever time you want and you'll still lose weight.
So you can eat that ugali as big as it can be as long as you burn it.
No. You can eat your ugali in moderation within your calories and lose weight. I'm not saying you can eat all the ugali in the world. It needs to be within your calorie deficit budget. Yeah.
Okay, because that was my next thing. Because as for me, what I know is achana na carbs. Achana na carbs and you're going to lose weight. Like if you stop taking carbs, you're going to... Is it true if you exercise, you're going to lose weight?
That's another good question. So again, remember I said that there's two ways to go about weight loss, huh? There's the easy way and the hard way. The easy way is eating less. The harder way...
Eating less is where the IF.
Eating less is easy, yeah?
It's where they starve.
No. I'm not saying starve. I'm just saying eat in a deficit. Like eat a bit less than what your body naturally burns. Now, the hard way is trying to burn more calories than you eat. And I'll give you an example, yeah? In order or rather, if you eat 3 apples less in your diet, you've automatically erased 300 calories, yeah?
An apple is 100.
Is about 100 calories. Now, to burn the same 300 calories will take most women about, let's say, maybe 1 hour of brisk walking. Now, in that equation, which is the easier path, it's just to omit
Avoid
3
the
apples.
apples, yeah.
Exactly, instead of looking to burn more.
But kuna mtu anakulanga 3 apples a day, JP?
No, I'm saying as in from your entire diet. I'm not saying that you should only eat 3 apples. I'm just saying when you're looking at your entire diet, it's much easier to omit 3 apples worth of calories as opposed to burning 300 calories. It's the easier path.
And is it true, or is it a myth, that it is harder for women to lose weight more than the men?
I would say that men have an easier time because men naturally have more muscle. Just naturally. And muscle is important for weight loss because it is the only thing in the human body that upregulates your metabolism. Meaning more muscle equals a faster metabolism. Now, in order for women to make it easier for themselves to lose weight, just focus on building muscle. You're not going to build as much as a man, but it will definitely make your journey much easier.
Okay. Yeah. So now I have a viewer who is watching, who has seen so much information. In fact, maybe hata amesema, oh my God, this is another episode where we are being told sijui to stop eating at 4 p.m. Sijui drink what. Okay, we've had a lot.
Yeah.
We've honestly had a lot about weight loss. This person cannot go to the gym due to their own reasons. Sina time, niko busy. Like haezi gym.
Yeah.
What are other options that could lose to weight? I'm reducing my intake, but I'm not losing weight. I'll give you an example. I've been at the gym since 2019. Well, there's a time I lost weight before I got my second baby.
Yeah.
Then after, so I have been working out for like 3 years. My weight has been the same for the 3 years. I work out, I go back home. Tomorrow I wake up. I even work out 5 days a week. My weight is not going anywhere. Yeah. What am I doing wrong? I'm going to the gym.
Yeah, so in your instance, if you're not losing weight, it just means one thing. Yeah. You're not eating a calorically deficient diet. Now, I want to give your followers a very practical approach to doing this. Yeah. So that anyone can do it today. So starting with your breakfast. Yeah. In fact, for all of your meals, I want you guys to eat 150 to 200 grams of veg. Now, I don't care if you're eating Weetabix for your breakfast. I don't care if you're eating uji. Whatever it is you normally eat, add 150 to 200 grams of greens to all of your meals. Reason I say this is because greens have a lot of fiber. Fiber will help keep you full. If you're feeling full, it will significantly reduce the likelihood that you're going to overeat your calories during the course of the day. Yeah? And as far as how to measure these grams, you can get a digital kitchen scale from any major supermarket. Yeah. Now, for your breakfast, just eat what you normally eat. For your lunch, I want you to serve about, let's say, 130 grams of carbs, 130 grams of protein. The carbs now is up to you. If that is your ugali, your chapo, your rice, your protein again is up to you. It can be your beef, fish, chicken, even legumes, things like beans, githeri, ndengu. And then the same. 150 to 200 grams of greens. For your dinner, I want you to omit carbs, not because they're bad. It's just easier for us to keep your calories in check. Serve 130 grams of protein, whatever protein it is that you want, 150 to 200 grams of veg. And then over the course of the day, if you get hungry, you can have a treat. For some people, a lot of the ladies I work with have sweet teeth. Some like Java macadamia cookies, others like at cafes, salted caramel cake, whatever treat it is that you want. Or you can also have 1 to 2 pieces of fruit. If you do that, no matter where you are, I assure you, you will start seeing progress in at least the first week moving forward. So that way you're not going to feel like you're going to the gym, because I know it's painful to feel like you're putting in work on a daily basis and yet you're not seeing progress.
The formula you've given, is it for someone who is going to the gym?
It is for anyone, regardless of whether you're going to the gym or not. Because
They'll all see progress.
Yes, because going to the gym will not make you lose weight, as you've seen, if your calories are not in check. The purpose of the gym is not to make you lose weight. It should be to build muscle.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Because building muscle is what allows you to keep off the weight you have lost. The purpose of your diet and most of your portions is to get your weight down.
The purpose of the gym is not to lose weight.
It should not be.
It's to what? Build muscle.
To build muscle, which will not only make you look better, which is a benefit, but more muscle, like we touched on, equals a faster metabolism, which will make sure that once we lose the weight, you will keep it off.
And also not to have a saggy body, as they say.
Of course.
Okay, so maybe for someone who was already losing weight and not going to the gym, maybe that's something you'll think about. You might have to think about. I'm losing weight and I'm not going to the gym. Maybe you now need to go to the gym to farm your muscles. Okay.
Yeah.
Does losing weight and hormones in women, do they collide? Well, I'm assuming they do at any point. Because, women, we have hormonal imbalances, hormonal changes, hormones.
Yeah.
Every now and then, as you've said, we love treats. Once in a month is that time of the month where you just want caramel cake.
Good question. So your hormones will definitely affect your weight loss journey. especially when it's that time of the month. Yeah. It's very normal for two things to happen. Number one, your cravings will probably be a bit higher than they normally are. In which case, I like to tell ladies, indulge your craving now in moderation before it becomes a bigger issue for you later. So instead of feeling guilty for taking that piece of cake, taking that chocolate, just have it, nip it in the bud, and then continue on with the journey. Number two is that your weight will probably, not probably, definitely fluctuate. So a lot of what happens is some ladies see, or most ladies see a slight spike in their weight during specific times in their cycle. Now, this is not a reason to panic. It's normal. It happens to absolutely every lady. If you're patient and just give it about a week, maybe a week and a half, you'll see that there's just a bit of water retention and your weight will come back down. Yeah. So that's for general women. Now, there's also other conditions that can make your hormones be a bit out of whack, which can deter weight loss. For example, I've worked with some ladies who have PCOS, some ladies who are type 1, type 2 diabetic. You can get something called insulin resistance, which can make it makes your body a bit more intolerable to eating carbs. But these ladies can still lose weight. It will just be a bit slower than people who don't have these conditions. So again, provided you're eating in a deficit, because I've worked with ladies even as old as, I know age is another thing.
Yeah.
I've worked with ladies even as old as 71 years of age successfully. Ladies who have been told by their doctors, hey, you at your age, weight loss is a bit of a rumor, you just focus on maintenance. But again, the foundation, provided you're eating less calories than you burn, it is exercise science, basic science that dictates if you're eating less calories than you burn, you're going to lose weight regardless of your age, your gender, or your hormonal profile.
Because I love that you've mentioned the age, because
Yeah.
for me, I had been told it is hard to lose weight when you're above 30. The reason why I lost my first baby weight is because I was under 30. So there's that, I don't know whether it's a notion, or it's a myth, or it's a what,
Yeah.
that mapema under 30, it's easy to lose baby fat, as opposed to when you're over 30. Now I'm turning 35 next year. And ni kama nisha give up losing weight. So it's an encouragement when you say even the ladies with PCOS,
Yeah.
they can lose weight. Because for them, wanasemanga we can't lose weight because I have this condition.
Yeah.
So it's encouraging to hear you've worked with people who've lost weight even at age 70.
Yes. And kept it off.
So age does not
No.
really matter.
It definitely, so a bit of a caveat, yeah? As you get older, and this is for both men and women, you're going to lose muscle naturally if you don't do anything about it. So if you're going to the gym and you're lifting weights, you're okay. You don't have to worry about it. But a lot of ladies don't bother lifting weights or doing things to build muscle.
We hate weightlifting.
Yeah.
Personally, I do.
Yeah. So if you think about it, if you're losing muscle and muscle loss accelerates past the age of 30, it will be harder for you to lose weight. But then again, it still comes down to eating in a deficit. If you're in a deficit, even if you've lost muscle, you're still going to lose weight. It just becomes harder, which is why I said go to the gym or even do like some basic home workouts that will allow you to pack on a bit of muscle.
Okay. Early last year, I don't know if this year it was there. There was this trend for 10K steps a day.
Yes.
Everybody had a step up challenge on WhatsApp with their mothers and their shoshos.
Uh-huh.
They were all doing 10K steps a day.
Yeah.
Do really steps help in weight loss?
So steps are great for many things beyond weight loss. So I cannot discount them. Even things like your mental health.
Yeah.
Anytime you can be active is good for your mental health. It's good for your cardiovascular and respiratory health, your heart and lungs. Yeah. So beyond just losing weight, get in your steps. It's okay. But if we're talking about strictly weight loss, like I had said, you can walk even from here to Tao on a daily basis, back and forth. But if your calories are not in check, I know ladies who get 10K steps 7 days a week, like diligently, and have not lost a single kilo because their calories are not in order. So again, the foundation for weight loss, and I say this, I will say this until a lot of your viewers will be tired of me, but it's the truth. eat less calories than you burn, and then build from there. So if your calories are in order and you're getting your steps, it's going to accelerate your weight loss.
So in short, JP umesema,
Yeah.
no matter what you do, as long as you're not burning the calories, consumption yako ya calories na what you're burning, hii ya consumption ikue chini ya what you're burning. You need to
Yes.
burn more than what you're taking.
Yes.
You're doing zero work. That is what I've gotten so far from JP.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you're doing zero work because, like I said,
You're taking care of your mental health.
Yes.
Well, the other wins.
Yes.
But in matters weight loss,
Exactly.
you're going to be there. And take it from me, I have been there for the longest time. Tuambie, hii ndio sahani. Now, I'm happy you've also mentioned the grams.
Yeah.
So maybe, guys, I think that's also one hack. The kgs he mentioned earlier, maybe we start from there because we meet at chamas and our questions are, kwa nini yangu haishuki na naendanga gym, natembea, I run at times, nakimbia, nothing is going down. So JP, what you're saying and what you're insisting here is calories zako zenye una burn per day. How many should we consume by day per day as a woman?
I would
I'm
say
sure we
for
need
most-
calories as well.
For sure. I would say for most women, start off at about 1,500. Let's say 15 to 1,600,
A day.
and then work down from there if need be. Per
A day.
Yeah.
So I need 1,500 calories a day.
Let's say 15 to 16.
15
And
to
it will also
16.
vary from woman to woman. If you're very active, you might need a bit more. If you're extremely underactive, which, sorry to say, is actually most women, you'll probably need less. So I'd say start with 1,500. If you're losing weight on that, keep it up. If not, reduce a bit.
Chipo iko na calories ngapi? KFC.
Yeah, chips, or anything deep fried has a lot of calories.
So you want to tell me most of us women consume more than 1,500 calories a day?
For sure. In fact, I'd say most women consume like close to 2,000 to 2,500. And by the way, I'm not even saying you guys eat a lot.
No, yeah, we are talking about calories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's very possible to eat small amounts of food that are very high in calories, depending on what you're eating. And I can give an example of one culprit particularly, which is peanuts, njugus. So it can be peanuts, cashew nuts, macadamia nuts.
Njugu si poa.
I'm not saying they're not good. You can eat anything, by the way. I'm just saying peanuts are extremely high in calories. For context, 150 grams has about, let's say, I think 850 to 870 calories.
Wait, you know me, I
Yes.
buy njugu kwa traffic and eat as at they are healthy.
I know. Mko wengi. So like, and if I've just said you guys need to eat what? 1,500 calories and below.
And that is
That
just njugu
860 is more than half of what you need to eat
a
daily.
day.
You've
we
not
eat
taken into
that-
account your dinner, your lunch,
God. Now I
your
see why we are
breakfast.
not losing weight.
Exactly. So it's a lot of small foods that are healthy. Because peanuts, any doctor will tell you, full of healthy fats. It's good for you to eat. But just because something is healthy does not mean it is low in calories. And I'm not saying you can't eat it. You can eat it. Just keep it moderated.
So like me, kwa traffic nitanunua tu njugu. So you see those who guys, they sell ako Roiro, ko Thika Road.
Yeah.
So mimi kwangu njugu they have healthy fats ama ni oils ama sijui.
Healthy
So
fats.
me,
yeah.
I'll take njugu, I'll eat njugu. So I've already taken half of my calories for the day.
Assuming it's
traffic.
150, yeah.
In traffic in the morning.
Yeah.
Then I eat chipo, baadaye ama I eat something else with, I eat rice. Ama ugali. Nini kona sugar mob hapo? Which one is?
They don't have
Ebu
sugar.
pangia me, like I'm trying to show you a normal day of
Yeah.
a woman like Celestine who began with njugu.
Huh.
Akakuja sahi hapa after set I will eat what? Maybe KFC to pizza. Because I mean I was working so as I go back home. Hizo ni calories ngapi nimeongezea tena?
A tupisa could be maybe 350. Around
Calories.
350 cals.
So I'm
So
almost,
that's almost 1,400.
so I'm okay. So I don't need to eat anything else.
But you'll be hungry.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
You're going to be very hungry. Because njugus are not filling
So it makes sense when you say most of us consume more than 1,500 calories a day.
easily on a daily basis without even knowing.
And in the morning at the gym, I did not even burn 1,000 calories.
Yeah, to burn 1,000 calories takes a lot of work. By the way, all of these watches, your phones are not accurate at all at telling you how many calories you burnt because it cannot take into account the amount of muscle you have. And muscle is what, like I said, dictates your metabolic rate. Yeah. So a lot of you guys are burning significantly less than what your watches are telling you.
And that explains why we are not losing our weight.
Exactly.
Now I think I've understood everything. So yeah. So now I understand. So ni venye hizi vitu zoka foreign.
Yeah.
So when you tell me calories na mi nakulanga skuma, unataka nianze kugoogle skuma iko na calories ngapi?
I hear you. But that's why
Yeah.
I gave, I wanted to give a practical example,
njugu.
which is you can eat, I told guys, eat this specific grams for breakfast, eat this for lunch, eat this for dinner. Because I know tracking calories is annoying. A lot of people are working. A lot of ladies I work with have children. So you can imagine if you're not starting to add weight loss to your list of stressors, it will go to the bottom. So I want to make it easy because if it's easy, it's sustainable. If it's sustainable, it's permanent.
Okay. Now, on this other side,
Yeah.
so someone like me who has tried for the 3 years no weight loss, I get on the internet, I get on TikTok, I get on Instagram, and I find we have, what an amazing concept where I just have to inject my tummy. How many times a day? I don't know how many times they inject. I don't know whatever it is.
Yeah.
But in a month, you lose so much weight.
Yeah.
You see why we are going for those options.
Yes.
What do you have to say about that? I know it's a world, it is not our world.
Yeah.
But what do you have to say about this? All these options we are being given as women.
Yeah.
Celestine umekaa gym. And I have so many on my DM. Oh my God. By the way, I see you all. But please acheni tu nikae gym. As he has said, Mimi gym has other advantages, mental health, nini. So just let me run. If you see me running, don't think that I want that shortcut. No, thank you so much for your offers. But just let me stick with my marathon and my gym. What do you have to say about those shortcuts? Well, ni shortcuts, see shortcuts. I don't call them shortcuts, but those options.
Yeah, so I'm not an absolutist when it comes to weight loss. Meaning, I'm not a guy of it is my way or the highway.
Oh,
I understand these ladies,
yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Because if you're a lady who has tried all of these things you see online, you've tried fasting, you lost some weight, you put it back. You've tried zero carbs. It worked for you for a month. You gave in and started eating carbs, you gained back the weight. You've tried gymming 6 to 7 days per week. You did it for a month. It was too intense for you to sustain. You put back on the weight. At some point, I can vividly see why you would sit there and just be like, this thing is guaranteeing me weight loss. I don't have to put in the work. I've suffered for so long. I'll take it.
Well, they're putting in the work, the pain.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
So I understand why they do it. Now, do I think it's a good idea? I'd say I would only recommend it for ladies who have serious health complications that are being caused by your weight. Meaning, if you don't lose this weight you have very quickly, something could go wrong. Heart disease, your cholesterol is insanely high.
Okay.
In that instance, I understand.
It's a matter of life and death.
Exactly. You get on it in the short term, you lose a bunch of weight quickly, and then you get onto something that's more sustainable. Yeah. Because I have worked with ladies that have been on your Ozempic, your Mounjaro, and it works for some people for sure. There's some people who've gotten on it, lost weight and kept it off, by the way. Yeah? But there's also many women who have tried it, lost a bunch of weight, but because you're not going to be on these injections for the rest of your life, you get off it, you're now struggling with this intense hunger for food, and they end up regaining everything they've lost. Yeah. So I would say before you opt for any approach, and obviously a disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. This does not classify as medical advice. But first, really think about what you're doing. Something I like to say is, ask yourself whether I can sustain this approach for the rest of my life. Will I get injections forever? If the answer to that question is yes, have at it if you're an adult. If the answer to that question is no, if it's a maybe, I strongly suggest looking for another approach because something is out there. Just because you've not found it yet doesn't mean it's not out there.
I love that answer. I love it because, I was thinking of me. I'm sorry, guys. I was thinking about me. Yeah, not everyone else. So I love it. If it's a matter of life and death, for sure. Okay. As for your approach, now that we've touched on this one, if you can sustain it for life, then go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
As for the calorie deficit approach that you use on your clients, you also need to sustain it for life.
Yeah.
If I stop with my calorie deficit journey, I go back to my weight.
That's a
No, because I'm also
good questions. Yeah, so you're not meant to be on a calorie deficit forever. Because if you think about it, if you just keep on losing weight, you'll just wilt
will
away
end.
and die.
I will end. Exactly.
Like you will actually die. So at some point, what needs to happen is get to your goal weight and then shift into something called maintenance. Maintenance is a beautiful place to be if you do it correctly, because you can eat more food than what it took you to get the weight off and keep it off for good. So maintenance done correctly actually is very easy. You can eat slightly more, and you can work out less if you want. And then that way it's much easier to keep off the weight. So I'm not saying that you'll just be in this calorie deficit, tracking your calories accurately forever. The key is do it once, but do it properly so that you don't have to do it again.
So the key is once I get to my ideal weight, I maintain it at that.
Yeah, you can increase your food by a bit. And maintenance, you're not if we get you, let's say, to like 75, people think at maintenance is I will stick to this 75
For the rest
without
of
any
my life.
deviation forever. That is completely unrealistic. Maintenance is a range. It might be 75 to 77. Now that's more realistic. So as long as you're within there, you can eat a bit more food, you can work out a bit less if you want, and keep off the weight. And then when you now start to shift into like 77.5, you'll now be like, okay, clearly I'm overdoing it somewhere. Let me eat a bit less for a bit and bring it down to that range I want to be at.
Have you had clients who tell you I want to get to 75, then get my maybe third born, then of course I'll go back to 96, then come back again, we go to 75. Have you heard of such clients?
Yeah, so I have had, funnily enough that you asked this, I've had many clients who get pregnant during my program. It's a very interesting thing that happens. But because, like I said, I show you how to lose this weight gradually and sustainably. And I also coach the ladies I work with to be dependent, not independent, or rather to be independent, not dependent on me. So even after we finish working together, they're equipped with all the tools necessary. So even if they get another child, they're not going to balloon up in weight. Yeah, it's going to be a very gradual to minimal increase. When they eventually give birth, a lot of them usually just go back to where they were.
Okay. And now that someone is watching and someone is
Yeah.
interested in your services, how does this coaching go? Like, how does it work?
Yeah.
Because you've said you're an online coach.
Yes.
I am in Kenya. I want your services. How are we going to work?
Yeah, so coaching works through, first and foremost is, let's start with the food aspect, yeah? Is I make things easy for my clients in 3 ways. Number one is I allow them to eat whatever they want. They can eat their carbs, they can eat their treats. I have a lot of clients that drink as well, so I show you how to incorporate alcohol in a way that is moderated, but that still allows you to lose weight. Number two, you're never going to starve. So I structure your meals to ensure that hunger is never an issue, because if you're not hungry and you're losing weight, you can stick to that for life. And of course, lastly, is I show my clients how to eat out on a daily basis, be it in the office, in a restaurant, so that you can enjoy yourself while keeping off the weight. Workouts, like I said, twice per week. A lot of the ladies I work with do not like going to the gym for different reasons. So I give you options. You can either do a gym workout or a home body weight workout. Each workout is about 15 minutes. You get access to that on my coaching app, which is exclusive to my coaching clients. And I allow you to pick your schedule. So you pick whatever days and times you want to exercise. And the main part, which is the foundation, is I hold your hand on a daily basis to guarantee success. Meaning, I check up on my clients from Monday to Monday because most of them mess up over the weekend. So I'm there with them daily to guarantee they've stuck to their portions, guarantee they've done their workouts. Yeah. And that's how the process works. I get you to your goal, and then I show you how to stay there.
So when you say home workouts, are you the one who is training them?
No, all the workouts are available in my coaching app.
Oh, so it's like YouTube gyms, like they watch and do.
Yes.
Oh, so there's no any point where you're meeting with your clients. Everything is virtually.
Everything is virtual meetings. So check-ins, like we touch base daily and also have a weekly video check-in call, but me physically being there with you, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe I think that was for someone who is interested, who is like, okay,
Yeah.
I'd love to give him a try.
Yeah.
That you've had it, as long as someone is disciplined. If they
Yes.
lie, unfortunately, we won't see any results.
Exactly. But the beauty, I think I've been very blessed to work with ladies that, and I'm also particular about the client I take in. Because like you said, like there's some ladies who want to lose weight, but when we dig a bit deeper, they've not really made that mental step where they're willing to fully dedicate themselves to the program. So in that instance, I'm not going to take them and I'll tell them maybe just take a bit of time and see if this is something you really want. Because like you said, I like to think that I have given you the easiest journey to permanent success, but I cannot wear your shoes and walk that journey for you. I can only guide you.
How long is the journey? So how long do you work with this person?
So it depends on how much weight you have to lose. So I'd say for most women looking to lose about, let's say 13 to 15 kilos, I would recommend about 5 months. Or let's say even 10 to 15. I'd recommend 4 to 5 months on the program. Anything more than that, I'd recommend 10 months, especially if we start heading into like 20 to 30 kilos thereabouts.
People want to lose 30 kgs.
Yes, I've had clients who lose 30 kgs. It takes time, but it's definitely
Is
doable.
it healthy?
If you do it slowly, yeah. Because you know, there's some people who lose 30 kilos in 3 months. Huh? This is 30 kilos in 12 months.
Oh, in your program,
Yes.
not in 3 months,
No.
not in 5 months.
No.
So as we wind up, I didn't know someone would love to lose 30 kgs.
You know, there's some clients who come to me at like, let's say, 145 kilos.
Oh, they want to get to 90.
Exactly. Like they want to get to sub 100.
Okay.
Yeah, so
And it's possible.
for sure.
As long as you're on a calorie deficit.
It will take longer because it's a lot more weight to lose, but it's definitely possible.
And you're not telling this person to start cooking lentils and sijui what
No.
and start going to zucchini. No, on a serious note, those are the things that piss me off from most of the fitness ama the nutrition people.
Yeah.
Ati cook red cabbage. Where am I getting red cabbage in Roiro? Okay, it can be found, but it's not in a Kenyan family kawaida thing. So
It's inconvenient for sure.
yeah, you're trying to tell me to go to ni which market nikatafute vitu haziko but if you tell me to work with my ndengu mbosho kamande that is in my freezer,
Yes.
then that's something we can do. That's a journey I am willing to take part
Yes.
in, but not start looking for lentils, lettuce and sijui.
Yeah.
Anyway, for that lady who is willing to take up this journey, and as you've said, mindset is such a big, like you have to be prepared here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, no, I think you have to have gotten to a point where for sure I want to lose these 30 kgs.
Yes.
It has to start from your head.
Yeah.
Maybe just something to encourage them. Ama hata wenye wamechukua tu your vegetables in the morning, vegetables lunchtime, they want to try it for the next 1 week. Some encouragement, because I can tell you for sure JP could lose weight si rahisi.
Yeah.
You even ask God. You can even tithe.
Yeah.
And then most of us girls, we want to lose weight here. And is it possible? I want to lose my arms. I don't want to lose my back. I don't want to lose. But hizo vitu zinakuanga zinawezekana kweli.
So that's called spot fat reduction. which is not,
There's a thing.
but it's not possible naturally. Yeah?
Oh.
And unless you're going to do like specific liposuction for those areas,
Okay.
we can't actually just target your tummy.
Yeah.
The only thing we can do is lose weight. The more weight you lose, the smaller your tummy will become, the smaller your arms will become. All of your problem areas will stop being problem areas. But you'll probably need to lose more weight than you think you need to lose, is the thing. But I guess just to give some encouragement for these ladies is, number one, if you've actually made that decision and you want to get this journey started, you can feel free to visit my website, which is www.jpniha.com. Just scroll to the bottom. You don't have to buy anything. Just scroll to the bottom and book a call, and we'll see if it's a good fit for you. For those of you that are not yet there, again, I post a lot of free content on a daily basis on my Instagram that helps you do things practically today, again, without having to change your lifestyle in a way that's dramatic. You can continue eating your ndengu, your chapo, whatever it is you normally eat, but get that weight off. So I know it's difficult, especially if you've been on this journey for a while. But I like to say that there's a bright light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to find the right tunnel. Yeah.
Ametaja chapati nikafeel attacked.
Personally.
Yeah, but chapati is a problem to us. Chapati is a problem to many.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much. I think for sure my problem is in the diet. I can already see it. Mimi gym, walking, running.
Yeah.
But pale kwa sahani, because how are you telling me to eat greens in the morning? So you see, even that's new. That's new from me. Ati nikule Weetabix na bado nikule greens. Like veggies in the morning. So
It can be a salad. It doesn't have to be like
but you see,
terere.
ndo nasema hata kwa familia za Kikenya asubuhi na kuanga mkate, chai. So you see, that's a new thing for me.
True.
So if I try as from tomorrow na kula mkate, sinaweza kula mkate na nikule tu hizo veggies.
Yeah.
Veggies can be even a tomato.
It can be
Kachumbari.
anything, even hohos, anything that's a vegetable.
That's new. So I'm going to try this. Kesho mkate asubuhi na kachumbari na chai. Lunchtime, kwanza mi nachukia. I hate veggies. So I'm for sure if I try that will be new in my life.
Yeah.
So most probably it will work because I've never done that.
Yeah.
Then supper, chapati nusu. Thank you so much, JP.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming to my show. We love guests. We love learning.
Of course.
And I have many, many women. Like for me, the audience majority are women.
Yeah.
So I'm sure this one, guys, will be like, asante sana tutajaribu. And please, make sure you give us feedback. Make sure you tell us kama if you joined his program, ulisaidika. Also comment kama umetry hizo veggies in the next 1 week. Tell us, was there progress? Tusaidiane hapo kwa comments. Yes, and until next time, guys, it's a bye-bye from me and JP. Until next time. Bye.